Hello cricket fans, and welcome back to the channel. We're diving into day one of the Ashes finale at the SCG, and what a roller coaster it's been. Just over an hour into the match, it felt like we were headed for yet another quick, unsatisfying test. England were reeling at 57 for 3. And with grim weather on the horizon, that familiar hollow feeling started to creep in. But just when we thought it was all over, England fought back. The recovery was led by a magnificent, unbroken 154-run partnership between Root and Harry Brook. This stand, the second highest of the entire series for either side, completely turned the tide. They steered England to stumps in a very decent position, although only 45 overs were possible due to rain and lightning. Thanks to their measured batting and Sydney's classic sketchy weather, it looks like this test is going to last a lot longer than the two-day affairs we saw earlier in the series. There was a lot of pressure on the SCG curator, Adam Lewis, especially after the drama surrounding the MCG pitch. He opted for just 5 millimeters of grass, and it seems to have worked. The surface offered some seam movement early on, but became easier to bat on as the day progressed. The real spotlight, however, might shift to Australia's selectors. They made a huge call, deciding not to pick off spinner Todd Murphy, with Bo Webster replacing the injured Jai Richardson. Australia took to the SCG without a specialist spinner for the first time since 1888, a truly historic decision. While the SCG isn't the spinner's paradise it once was, by the afternoon, as Root and Brook took complete control, you could almost feel skipper Stephen Smith wishing he had Murphy in his arsenal. The Aussie pace trio all snagged a wicket each, but the attack lacked variety. Cameron Green, who was already under pressure, really struggled to find his length, going for 57 runs in his 8 overs without a breakthrough. Brook was relatively cautious by his own explosive standards, but he didn't miss the chance to counterattack when Green tried a short ball strategy. Meanwhile, Root was in his element, playing his trademark late cuts and scoring heavily behind square. Of course, England would have loved to see a partnership like this earlier in the series, but they've started their quest for a consolation win brightly. The day began with sunshine and humidity, and Ben Stokes, winning the toss again, chose to bat. It was an interesting call, especially since his decision to bowl first was key to their win at the MCG. His mood probably soured quickly as England's top order crumbled, losing 3 wickets for just 18 runs. Before that collapse, though, Ben Duckett was on fire. He feasted on some uncharacteristically ragged bowling from Mitchell Starc, smashing 5 boundaries in quick time. After a tough series, Duckett looked like he was carrying on the momentum from his vital cameo at the MCG, but just as he and Zach Crawley looked set to build a solid partnership, Starc finally found his line, and Duckett couldn't resist a prod, sending a catch flying to Alex Carey. Jacob Bethel, after a solid debut at the MCG, looked calm once more, but he eventually nicked off to a brilliant delivery from Scott Boland. Crawley's promising start also ended when he was trapped LBW by Michael Neser. At that point, with England in deep trouble, you could feel the anxiety around the ground. But then came the rescue mission. Root and Brook batted with immense sense and skill to stabilize the innings. Root, who finally got that century monkey off his back in Brisbane, has had a quiet series by his standards. This was his chance, and he took it. Brook was also uncharacteristically restrained, a big change from his whirlwind innings at the MCG. The Aussies tried to bait him with balls outside off stump, but he held his nerve. After getting a few starts this series, he was clearly determined to convert this one. He and Root found a perfect rhythm. After lunch, Root passed 44, only the second time this series, and Brook brought up a fantastic 63-ball half-century. Root soon followed with his own 50, and the pair looked set to bat through the session. But then, the clouds rolled in. Play was stopped for bad light, and soon after, the weather worsened, leading to an early stumps. It was a frustrating end to a fascinating day of Test cricket. England will be the happier side, but Australia knows a couple of quick wickets tomorrow could could change everything. What did you think of Australia's decision to go without a spinner? And can Root and Brook turn these 50s into massive hundreds? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the day 2 wrap up.